Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode, another live show of the Midday Live. We are back, man, and we are here to discuss all things football, all things transfer news, and all things just general. You know what it is, people. We're here, got a mixed, panel. Some new faces in here, some regular faces. You know them ones there. We're gonna introduce the new faces in the chat. You probably see them on YouTube anyway, on certain channels. Fam Zone, you get me? Man like D in the building. D, what you saying, man?
Brother. There, my bro. You know what I'm saying? There, my guy. Come get my piece, my little monologues, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there we
Happy
go.
to get the call up, bro. Happy to get the call up, my bro.
Nah, anytime, man. Big up to you, man. And then we've got a man like Ash from Spurs King TV, you know what I mean, representing Tottenham. Ash, how you doing, man? Everything all good?
Yeah, brother, blessings, man. Big up to the chat as always. Big up to the panel. You know how we do, bro. Spurs Kings TV always. But yeah, big up, Saeed, man. Big up yourself. Love what you're doing. So let's keep it moving, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We got man like Don in the building. Don, what are you telling me?
I'm good, man. It's been nice to have a little break from Chelsea. I can't even lie to you, bro. But back in business this week. Obviously, I'm sure me and Ash will probably preview the Spurs game and that as well. But yeah, we got the chat, man. We got everyone on the panel, man.
Yeah, man. And then we got a man like LB who can only raise his hands this week. You know what I mean? Because there's only been one winner. So LB, you can, if you won today, raise your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, we're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley. Wembley,
LB, you won, but at what cost? Because I saw your boy in a little moon boot.
We're talking about what cost? You're talking to me about what cost, bro. My God, squad, my moosh, man. What are you talking about?
Okay. I remember that line.
I got squad depth, man. I got squad depth. It's chill.
Nah, I hear it, man. Big up George in the chat, man. He couldn't make it today. Also, Roms is on his way as well. And then Lee Gunner do a marathon stream, man. So whenever you see Lee Gunner do a madness on stream, just know he might not be there next day. So let's hope he has a quiet week next week, man. But yeah, big up Lee Gunner each and every time, man. And yeah, man, we can only start on the game yesterday, man. And obviously the action yesterday. And you know what, man? I'm gonna just give it to Nico O'Reilly, man. I think for me, that brother there, I can see why Chelsea were after him, you know, and why clubs after him. You know, I've
been saying it for a long time, man. Get him in the team. I've been saying it for months, 6 months. I've been saying this. Get him in the side, man. This guy's a baller, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out Wolfie, man. Yo, we've got a clash, innit? We've got a clash. Yeah. No, I've been saying it for a long time. I said, get this guy in the team. This guy's a baller, mate. Yeah, and obviously because he's like 6'4" or whatever, he can handle himself. Do you know what I mean? That's what I always said. People always say this about the academy players, isn't it? Oh, they're not ready, not too small, can't deal with the physicality, blah, 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 which is, I personally think it's all that shit anyway. I think if you're good enough, it don't matter, you know what I mean? David Silva wasn't a big guy. Lamine Yamal, look at him. He ain't some muscly guy, you know what I mean? Like, if you're good enough, you're all right, you can handle it. Do you know what I mean? You'll find ways to you know, cope with your lack of physicality. But this guy's strong, tall guy, his quality on the ball, and he completely changed the game for us, man. He completely changed the game. Like, I thought it was okay in the first half, not particularly great, but it was all right. But in the second half, man, we cooked him. Not one single shot from Bournemouth in the second half. We battered them, man. And in the end, we should have scored like 5 or 6 goals, man. We had pure chances, innit? And yeah, shout out Nico O'Reilly, man. Yeah, I've been saying he should be in the team for about 6 months. And
What's position? Is he a CM? Is he a CM?
Well, I've seen him play pure positions in the academy, innit? So I think he's probably a bit of a box-to-box guy. But to be honest with you, like he's got the tech to play 10, and like you've seen it with a second goal, little nudged in it with his outside of his boot to get it to Marmoush. He could probably play that 10 role. But I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Just get him in the team, man. You know what I mean?
He's definitely going to be like an engine in midfield, bro. If he gets going, bro, you can't stop him, bro. He's a bit of a counting the ball. He's a bit of a unit.
He's a unit still.
He's a giant, bro.
He's the one that scored that goal as well to equalize, isn't it? He scored 2 goals against who did you beat at home before this? Plymouth. Yeah. It was him as well.
Yeah, he got 2 in that one, I think. Yeah. He's a good player, man. Like I say, he's a good player. You know what's funny as well? Yeah, I remember the first couple of times I seen him in the academy. Big up Roms. He played. I've seen him play like striker and that. I thought, nah, this guy ain't it, man. But then when you see him a little bit deeper and that, like dictating the play a little bit, good man. Just took ages to get him in the side, innit? Because Pep's trusting the older geezers. But listen, shout out to Nico O'Reilly. Like, he couldn't do much better than that. This is what you're saying when you're looking at academy players. When you get your opportunity, you're going to take your opportunity. You know what I mean? And he has every time he's played. He's took his opportunity, man. So I'll be interested to see if he plays on Wednesday now. I'd throw him in against Wednesday. You know, we got Leicester at home. I'm not being funny. If you can't play against Leicester at home, then you ain't really got too much future in it. So surely you can get in that team and then just go from there, man. But yeah, man, listen, good for us. Listen, our season this year has been awful. It's been an awful season. Yeah, I mean, terrible year. But we're at Wembley. We're 2 wins away from lifting a trophy. And if we can lift a trophy this season when we've been absolutely garbage, and at large parts of the season, like we've been in turmoil. Like, remember, lads, we won 1 game in 14. You know how bad that is. Even United and Spurs didn't do that. That's how bad this, bro. We won 1 game in 14. So if we can this year get the Champions League qualification and lift the FA Cup, I'm taking that to the bank. I'm cashing my checks in, and I'm like, yes, we'll go again next year. That's a fantastic season if we can lift the FA Cup this year based off of how it's gone, man. Yeah, man, happy in it, buzzing.
Yeah, no, honestly, like it was a bit of a mad start. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? They got the lead, but bro, when Nico O'Reilly came on and then the game just changed for me, and then obviously you got the goals in it. But obviously it should have been 2-0 up, like penalty, and then Haaland should be scoring that, man. Like it should be 2-0 up. You know what I mean? You allowed Bournemouth to get back into it. So yeah, man, I think with Man City, I've said it, they're vulnerable. They just need this season to finish on a high, win the FA Cup, and forget the season ever happened. But City are just not the same team, man. Don't know what it is. Like I said to you, but they're just not the same team, guys, man. And
I've got a question for you, innit? Because like me and my boy, he's a gooner. We're going back and forth over the weekend about Foden. Every chance that he gets right now, he's been chefing him up.
Yeah.
You know? And for me, listen, I thought this guy coming up was a world-class talent. He definitely contributed over the years. Hasn't been on loan once, bro. And last year, when people were questioning whether he can rise without KDB, he rose, bro. You know, he was your best player last season. You know what I'm saying? Right? But this year, we've seen a completely different Foden. This is the worst Foden I've seen. Right? So personally, do you think that we've seen the best of Foden, or do you think that do you think that you will never see that version of Foden again? Like,
no, he's 23 or something, bro.
I'm asking, OB,
24.
Bro. The thing is, like this guy's played, this guy's played nearly 400 games for club and country already at 24 years old. This guy has like played so many matches already by the age of 24. Like he's just come off 2 huge seasons, right? He's had no rest. He's not going to get a rest this season. He's not going to get a rest next season because of the Club World Cup and then the World Cup in 2026. I think the guy's just fucking knackered. He has been crap this year. Yeah, let's just have it right. He's been crap. But then everyone in the team's been crap. But everyone loves to focus on Foden. KDB's been crap. Haaland's been not as good. This is probably Haaland's worst year, the City shirt. Savio, Doku ain't been good. Gundogan, Nunes, Kovacic, all these dons, are all been bad, innit? But everyone just loves to focus on Foden, innit? You know, I get why Arsenal fans do it because they always do the sack of Foden thing, innit?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Arsenal fans obsessed with Foden, innit? But like, he has been poor. But listen, for me, like, if he's poor next year, then fair's like he's got a problem, innit? But I ain't got a problem. Because that's what Man City, it's up to Foden to get himself back up to that level. But I think people cooking Foden, it's just like, you're doing too much. Yes, he's had a bad year. He's had a bad year, 100%, innit? But bro, like, what? Guys had a bad year and then you're just going to cook him forever. Like, it's mad, you know?
They're trying to rewrite what he's done. They're trying to rewrite what he's done.
It's crazy.
LB, I was going to say the same thing. If he has another year next year, then for me, there's question marks. But you can't write him off over one bad season. We've seen it before. Nah. Sorry to bring your boy into it, Don, but Hazard won player of the year, then the next year was poor. Like, we have seen this before. But I just think if Foden has another bad year, then we can the jury's out. But not after one bad season, man. Not after
How do you get the best out of him, LB, next year, though? If you're Pep right now and you're planning for Foden to be back at his best, bro, what do you do to play him at his best again, bro?
Put Rodri in the side.
Well, I think Rodri coming into the side, is really huge. Like, people, bro, you know when people said, "Oh, Rodri don't deserve the Ballon d'Or." Like, have you seen how shit we are without him in a team? Yeah, like Rodri makes our team tick. Yeah, he makes everyone better. Everybody around him gets well better when he's in the side. I think that'll be a massive bonus. Playing with energy. You know what I mean? Getting because at the moment he's playing with Gundogan, Kovacic, Bernardo. Slow guys, you know. If you sign a couple of players next year in that midfield, so you get your Wirtz, you obviously set your target in Florian Wirtz, you know, we've been heavily linked with him. You get him in, put him next to him, you know, Rodri comes back into the side, and then, you know, all of a sudden, that midfield is completely refreshed. It'll give him a little bit more license as well, man. So, I don't know, man. I don't really deep it, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, he's been poor this year. There's no getting away from that. But if we're just saying, like he's finished. Is this what we're doing? Is this where football's gone now?
No, I don't think it's finished. But what happens what happens next year is, though, like, if you go and get in a Florian Wirtz, it's like, then where does he kind of fit in?
Germany play Florian Wirtz and Musiala in the same team, and they're cooking on gas whenever I watch.
You know what? Yeah, true.
No, but you know what? I'll tell you what I'm sick and tired of, is these people who sit there and go, "Oh, you can't play Foden and Wirtz in the same team because it's too attacking." Yo, we played David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne in the same team, and no one was crying about that, and we was mint, by the way. Yeah, why is it that people have said, "Oh, it's too attacking" and blah blah? You got the world's best CDM behind you in Rodri, because he's back soon. Yeah, why are we doing this? Do you know what I mean? And you improve your defense, you improve your overall team, and it's a chiller. So for me, just get them in the team, get Foden and Wirtz in that same team, Rodri and behind, and let's go cook it, innit?
I think it's the physicality though element, because lots of teams have now figured out how to play, this possession-based teams. Do you understand? So where you are good with the ball, it's on the transition where you're a bit shaky. So to have Foden and Wirtz there on the transition might be a mad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I know
that's why we might have to go into a bit of a Gegenpress situation, innit, and press the shit out. Which we can't do at the moment because we're so slow, innit?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. One switch of play, one ball over the top. into the flanks.
Bro,
that's what's been this season. You get it? So that's what I'm saying. Sorry, go on,
but people have had 10 or 12 years to study Guardiola, though, isn't it? That's what it is as well.
This is it as well, bro.
Like, you've had a long time to study him and to study his way he plays and stuff. So people have got a whole backlog of information. A lot of these managers now, they already know him and he don't know them. That's a lot.
I also think it's mad naive though to think that Pep will evolve his game again next year.
Yeah, he does.
He will. Of course he will. He's the best. He's the best, man. Like, people want him to be. People want him to do bad. Even yesterday, everyone was cussing his substitution when he brought O'Reilly on. I remember all the commentators and all the people online were saying, "Why is he bringing him on? Why is he doing this?" Look what happened immediately.
Do you know what? D makes a good point that people have been studying Pep for the last 10, 12 years, but the minute they find him out, he changes it. And that's what he hasn't done this year. It's been hard to without arguably his best player. It's gone a bit stale. But I reckon next year he'll switch it up again. You can never deny this guy. I reckon this is... Listen, we need to lap this up because I reckon City will be back next year. Whether they win the league or not, that's yet to be seen. But they're going to be up there. They're not going to...
It is a start the defence, though, man. If they're back next year... They need to really get like.
But then, Saeed, now I'll ask you this: do you trust their board to sort out the defense?
Yeah, I do.
There you go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not like for Arsenal.
But there's that, and they need to hope that Rodri can play, bro. You know what I mean? They better hope that Rodri ain't got no mental block because when you come back from a big injury like that, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's not a physical block. Oh, it's true, bro. It's true, bro. You know, you injure yourself like that, bro. You're thinking, yo, if I kick the ball a certain way, I'm gonna hurt myself, bro.
Or you might not. No, you might not.
It's gonna be there. You have to get over that block.
He did an ACL, yeah.
Was it an ACL? What grade was it though? What grade was it?
They said it was the worst ACL he could have got.
But look at Timber. Look at Timber.
I'm not saying you can't bounce back. I'm not saying you can't bounce back. We've seen.
Nah, he'll be fine, man. He'll be fine, innit?
I'm saying you need to hope. You need to hope.
I ain't hoping. I know for a fact, man. We got the best medical guys, man.
He plays football upstairs, though. That's the thing about Rodri.
That point is a random point, though.
Yeah. Now, honestly, like that for me. Yeah. Now, I don't know, man.
That's a random point. You're just saying that you need to hope that he's gonna come back and feel like.
How's it a random point?
Because the same way you're saying that you feel like he might not make it back is the same way. It's no different to saying that he's gonna come back better than ever. What if he comes back better?
It could go two ways. It could go two ways. You know what I
mean? But what if he comes back?
I've seen many players come back from injury, bro, and you can see straight away.
No, but that one. The question you asked LB was, how do you get the best out of Foden, innit? And he answered that. Obviously, if Rodri comes back and stuff like that, and you were saying that maybe he might not come back the same player. You know what I'm saying?
There is a possibility. There's a
but LB's a Man City fan. He's obviously going to assume that Rodri's going to come back.
There's a possibility that he might not, though. That's what I'm saying.
I hear what Don's trying to say.
Bentancur was the same for us. Bentancur never come back the same.
You see?
Bentancur's not Rodri, though, is he?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Every player is different.
He had a mad injury to the knee. I know. Listen, breathe. Stay focused. What I'm saying is he had the same injury as Rodri. Do you understand? And for us, he was a very important key player in that double pivot system that we had under Conte. When we came back, loads of fans were hyping Bentancur. Watch, when we get Bentancur back, watch. Spurs are going to tick that midfield. He's our general. He's the difference. He came back. He wasn't the same. Do you understand? So what Don is saying does have some credence.
I'm going to put it on up there right now, yeah. Rodri will be better than ever, innit? Rodri will be better than ever when he's back, bro. He needed this rest, man. Trust me, man. He's going to be cooking on gas when he's back.
You know what's so funny, Ash? I'm even seeing some trolls in the chat laughing at mental block. What do you mean mental block? That's when I know some of you man don't kick ball. That's when I know some of you man.
I definitely do, and I've definitely got my badges.
Bro,
so no, wait, you got to ask him a question. You can't just say things without a fact to it. So what players do you know that have had mental blocks?
Bro, I can just talk about myself. I can talk about
no. Talk about the players that have had
mental block at Power League.
There's many players that have come out. Yeah.
Name names.
Oh, let me land the point before you just ask me another question.
I'll ask you a question. I'm waiting for names.
You're asking me another question. Let me.
No, I'll ask you for names.
What do you mean name you names, bro? I can find you names of many interviews.
Reece James.
I'll keep a list of it. Yeah, bro. Players like Reece James have come out themselves saying, bro, when they come back from injury, it takes a while to start to get to trust your body, bro. You know what I mean?
No.
When you're playing constantly. Hold on. LB. Reece James is a is a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a mad example to use because he breaks down a lot. But I'm saying it's a big injury. The point I'm making here is that Rodri's had a big injury, right? When you come back from an injury like that, especially with your knee, bro, there's certain things, bro, like in terms of tackling, you might not want to go in full pelt with the tackle because you're like, yo, I might hurt my knee here. Like I said, certain ways that you're kicking the ball, certain ways that you're running, bro. All these little things are mental blocks, bro. Right?
I'm not disagreeing with your point. I think it is a factor, you know what I'm saying? Because it is a factor. But what I would say is I do think that Man City and those teams would factor this into his recovery, wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
You know what it is?
It's a physical and it's a mental comeback.
Yeah.
With injuries at ACLs, I kind of hear what Don's saying. That you can become apprehensive at first, but I think the type of player Rodri is, he might be like that for 1 or 2 games. Then he's just gonna hit the ground running. I'll give the best. I'll give the best example. Virgil van Dijk done his ACL. He had one of his best seasons. The season he come back. His poor season was the season after his first season coming back from the ACL. And I think Rodri and Van Dijk are them type of players that have that winning mentality. I don't think it's going to phase them like that. But I see what Don's saying. You become apprehensive. If you have an injury like that, you might not want to go.
But Rodri, he's already back in solo training. He was back in solo training 4 weeks ago. This guy's been in the dressing room for weeks. He's been traveling with the City squad to away games. He was kicking ball on a beach at the international break with some random guys in Marbella. Does this really strike you as a guy that's nervous?
I didn't know that still.
Rodri, when I talk about mentality, LB, Rodri's mentality is top tier. It's elite, right?
It's top tier.
There's a slim chance that will happen to him. I'm just saying that there's still a possibility, bro. There's still a slight possibility. So you have to take this.
Listen, we're playing with.
Let me school this person in a comment. That Tawed, the word I can't even pronounce it.
This one here.
I'll tell you now. Van Dijk got injured 20 to 21. 21 to 22 when we went for all 4 competitions, he was class. His poor season was 22 to 23. It was the second season back.
Yeah.
Any fan will tell you this.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we're making it a big deal. Rodri will come back and he'll be the same player. Like
I'm just praying in it because he's desperate to say can't say.
Yeah, that's it.
We know what he's doing. You know what it is, man.
He's been holding the
I want to see Rodri back at his best. Of course, I
said it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, Caicedo's doing this thing done, but when Rodri comes back, he's gonna be the best DM.
Bro, when Rodri comes back, Caicedo will most likely be playing as an 8, so he won't even be playing the same position as him.
Well, we'll see.
I'd say this though, yeah. When going to the transfer, we're gonna get a goalkeeper, a right back, maybe get centre back, 2 midfielders.
Hey, LB, let me ask you one question. Yeah, do you think that playing in the Club World Cup, will impact the season following into the future?
It's a dead idea. Well, it's not a dead idea. Well, it's a dead idea footballing wise, but obviously
considering the season you've had as well, like off the back of the season.
So obviously it's not good, man. It's not good for us, like football wise. But obviously, if you win it, you get $125 million. So you can see why 7 matches.
You know what? Speaking of Rodri, this competition would be good for Rodri to kind of have them few games before
going pre-season. Yeah.
You know what? It's not going to be intense, man. It's going to be so not intense.
You don't think it's going to be intense? 125 million if you win it.
It is.
I think the standard's going to be.
I'm telling you, all them clubs that people are looking at, they're like, oh, who the hell is that? They're going to come with a little satin, you know. I'm telling you, man.
Definitely. South American ones.
Bro, it basically pays for Florian Wirtz, bro. If we win it, it pays for Florian Wirtz. 7 matches, Florian Wirtz, free transfer, basically.
If we win it, it pays for Isak, bro. You know
LB, I mean? Why are you acting like you need the money, bro? You pay for Wirtz anyway. You need that money.
It's game over, man. It's game over. But yeah, that Haaland one. Just before we move on, Haaland's not. It's not a serious injury, is it? The Haaland one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Innit?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. Hopefully he ain't playing.
He's got Mamouche. He's not bothered.
Mamouche is a baller anyway, man. So
Mamouche. Anyway. Well, this guy's a killer, man. Yeah, he's cold. I can't lie, Mamouche.
He's got Mamouche. If you got Mamouche, do you even need Wirtz then? Where's Mamouche and Wirtz play? Like, do you understand?
I think Mamouche, will play offered a striker, or he'll do what Foden did last year and play left wing and then invert, and then we'll have like a flying fullback in it. But the thing is,
you're having. So the team's going to be Mamouche on the left, Foden in the middle, and then Wirtz also in the middle with Haaland up top.
Haaland up top.
And then what?
Savio right wing, innit?
Savio right wing.
Rodri DM.
They have one midfielder. They don't need one midfielder, bro. As long as they got Rodri there, they don't need any midfielder next to Rodri, bro. Rodri can do everything himself.
Rodri can
just have like bare attackers, bro. It'll be a crazy like. Honestly, what they'll do is they'll just score goals. They'll just destroy you.
Let me some players then, bro. Because man needs a couple wingers in that.
Yeah,
so let me couple.
I can't lie, bros. Yeah,
need a manager.
I'm not sure about Grealish, though. I'm not sure about Grealish, but yeah, let me
need a manager.
Grealish is starting to pick up a little bit of form, man. He's looking to look his best.
Grealish actually played quite well yesterday when he come on.
I can't lie.
Him and Madison in the pub would be a mad thing. Them man will be gambling like 3 a.m. in the morning.
The other semi-final I wanted to touch on and talk about a player as well. It was Aston Villa are through with Crystal Palace, man, and Rashford's got 2 goals there. You know what I mean? Got a couple of assists. Apparently, he's got more goals than the whole of Chelsea's. I don't know. I see something yesterday about Chelsea's lineup. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, so it was a start anyway. But
the other day, this guy was talking about Strasbourg. Or Strasbourg are better than Chelsea, you know. You know what I mean? These times Nice are fourth, bro.
I just see something yesterday. I don't know. I see something. I don't know what it was.
Check your mirrors next time, bro.
I don't know, man. Someone showed me a stat, and I was like, "What? What do you mean he's got more goals in this one here?" But anyway, what do you think of Rashford? Like, is it form? Is it just anything? United apparently this morning are saying that they don't want to bring him back to Man United. But this season, you know, for Villa, 7 GA 5 starts. What are you man saying?
Bro, listen, I'll tell you this, I've actually always rated Rashford, because I remember I seen him in United's academy, Cuckles. I seen him cook City in the when he cooked fucking Dimichelis. I've always rated this guy, I think basically this guy got too big for his boots. I think United give him too much too soon, and United is a terrible place to be over the last 10 years for a young player. Yeah, it's a horrendous environment, and I think that he's basically been cooked. I think if he can humble himself, and get back to a team and start focusing on the football, I think there's a player in there. Now, I don't think he's ever going to go on to be the levels that people were saying he might have done when he first broke through, like one of the best in the world. But can he become like just a solid player? Yeah, of course he can. But he ain't going to do it at United.
Yeah. I think you know what it is, bro. It's the environment, isn't it? Like
the environment, man. United's environment over the last decade has been so toxic.
Yeah,
and just horrendous, and because Rashford broke through and United have just thrown everything at him and said, "You can have all the money, you can do blah blah blah." He's gone to his. And by the way, this ain't a Rashford thing. That would happen to every single one of us on the panel if we was in Rashford's shoes. Yeah, if you're the guy coming through, all the media wants to talk to you. Your club are giving you everything you want. The brand deals are coming left, right, and centre. You're going to become a bit of a, you're going to take your eye off the ball. You're going to take, and that's what's happened to him, in my opinion. I think he's took his eye off the ball. It's become a bit toxic. He needs to get on. He needs to move on, man.
You know, he's lost a bit of that hunger. That's what it is. He's lost that hunger. Right?
Yeah, but going to Villa, I think it might be a little bit of a humbling experience. You know what I mean? And maybe he can get back to it.
What? They might not sign him, LB. You know,
Villa.
They might not have the bread.
40 million. Is he worth 40 million?
I'd do that if I was Villa. I'd sign him for 40 million.
It's the wages, isn't it?
That's
wages, and obviously, I don't know if Champions League football is going to be a massive factor. Like for someone like Rashford, I think he should humble himself. Even if they get Europa League, I'd still go there. Like if I was him.
Yeah. If they win the FA Cup, they get Europa League.
Depends what offer he has, though.
That's it. You know what I mean? Barcelona, I know they were interested before, but
I think he was Barcelona as well. Did you see them in your mouth? The media was coming on this post.
Teams like AC Milan. He could go Milan. You can get in there.
He shouldn't go there. He shouldn't go Milan. He shouldn't go there, man.
Yeah, Milan, bro.
But he'll get game time. He'll get a look in. He'll get Champions League football. It's a different culture. He's away from all the noise.
Ash, do you think he should leave England then?
Yeah, no, I think so. Like, if he wants to humble himself and just take himself and challenge himself and put in a new experience, keeping that England side as well, I think it might do him some good. So, might not necessarily have to be Milan, but just to get away. I'm saying if Villa don't want to cough up the wages, because I think that's a big factor. Do you know what I mean?
Wages, £100 a week anywhere else,
and all that rest of it. I'm saying they have to watch those books because them men have been playing with fire. If I'm being honest, the way they've been turning up
you know what? Yeah, for me, it's like, bro, like I don't know, like I look at all his rivals, like, do they rate Rashford? I think for me, what is Rashford? Yeah, is you get a very inconsistent player that plays within himself. I don't like players that play within themselves. Like, I don't really like that. I like players that thrive in any environment. You know what? Let's have it. With him, it's like when he wants to play, when he feels comfortable. Like, I don't know if you see these goes, I feel a bit like myself again. I'm like, bro, you're a professional.
But can I come back at you there? And I'm not trying to defend Rashford because I don't really care in it, but like, I'm just trying to like play devil's advocate, yeah. Because of the environment at United, he's been allowed to do that. He's been allowed to be able to get away with that. I'll play with him myself because he's not getting dropped in the next game. He needs to go to a team. Yeah, he needs to go to a team and understand that if he doesn't perform and do what he's required, he will be on the bench in the next game. But because at United, he got the big money and he was the poster boy basically for the last 10 years or whatever. Yeah, he's been allowed to do that. Because he's never been dropped and he's never been told. Now the problem for Rashford is, he's like a child when they do something bad all the time and no one punishes them, and then someone eventually tells them off. They sat there going, "What the fuck is that?"
That was Amorim. Amorim was that guy.
Yeah, Amorim, exactly. So does he understand that when he gets a move to a new club and he doesn't perform well, and the manager sits him down and says, "That's not acceptable. You're benched for the next game." Is he going to understand that? No, actually, the manager's right, and he's doing that to help me as a player because he's trying to show me that I need to be better. Or is he going to spit his dummy out and go, "What do you mean I'm not playing? I'm fucking rash." That's the problem that he's got. Is it too instilled in him? Can he change? But this is United's fault, in my opinion. They've created this.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you wanted to be like the wages were there. You got the wages. You got to be the poster boy. You got number 10. You know what I mean? Like the fans sing your name. I've never seen a more loyal fan base for Rashford. Listen, I don't like to say like differentiate match-going fans from online fans here because we're all Man United fans in it. But the majority of the top Reds, they back Rashford. They sing his name. It's not as if that the fan base hate him, but he just says, you know what? I'm going to turn up this season. I can't be asked tracking back. I can't. But when he's like on it. Then he's like,
but then Saeed in the next game he probably would have started.
I know.
That's the problem. So
that's why he got to rate Amorim. Amorim said, "You know what? Nah,
yes, 100%.
This guy, man."
I agree. I agree with Ash. I think he just needs to leave the country because I can see a situation where this happens. Right, he's playing well for Villa right now, but is it because he knows in his head, cool, he might not. United are most likely not going to keep him. But is it because he knows he's only here for the meantime? So let me just play cold. I reckon
maybe
they signed him. He's at the club now. I reckon you'll see a Rashford where he's just underwhelming. So going into next season, then Villa fans are getting annoyed, like, "Oh, why couldn't you do what you did in your loan spell?" I just think he needs a change of environment. I agree with Ash. I think he goes to like you've seen a lot of English players that have gone to Sarah are like your Tammy Abraham, your Tomoris, your Loftus-Cheek, and you know what? It's funny you specifically said Milan because they have that British contingent, they have that English contingent where he'll probably settle there, but. I just think with Rashford, I've said it for the last year or two. I don't think he's a bad player, but the Prem's not for him anymore, man. It's not for him. I think he just needs to go abroad.
Let's see. I don't know. Like I said to you, man, he's one of. I still believe he thinks he can play for Barcelona, and I see Lamine Yamal, like I said, post on his page and that and whatnot. Like he wants to play at Barcelona. Whether he plays there is a different question, isn't it?
What did Lamar say?
Lamar was commenting on his post and that, like, and apparently, like
Rashford.
Yeah, you comment under him. Yeah, so you know what I mean. Like, I don't know if there's that kind of feeling that they want him there or whatnot. Like it is what it is. But for me, like I said, I want my money in it. And if we could get 40 million out of him, I'm happy with that.
I said I want my money.
Yeah, I want my money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When you man say, look at Sancho now. I've got Chelsea fans, but I was at the E-Prayer yesterday, yeah, and bro, I had Chelsea fans say to me, "Yo, take Rashford back. Take Sancho back." I was like, "Brother, that's your problem now. It's not my problem." No, but it will be when he comes back to Man United. So it is what it is for me, man. But yeah, man. Now with that situation there, fair play, Villa and their Crystal Palace semi-final. I think you know what, man. I hope it's a Villa City final and then Villa win in the final. That'll be for me.
I need Palace to win it. That's my
let me ask you a question. Yeah, what do you make of this Wharton Donny then at Palace? Because apparently
Wharton's cold.
Good.
Oh, he's cold.
He's going to cost you around 80 million. I
don't rate him that highly, man.
Do you not?
What do you like about him? D, there's no surprise that he got injured and Palace fell off. The minute he comes back, Palace, I think they win this. I think they have
away record is crazy. Have you seen their away record?
Oh, it's crazy, bro. No goals conceded in that in 6, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's mad.
Yeah.
What do you like about him? What do you like about Wharton, bro?
I don't know, man. I'm not convinced, man. I need to see it over a longer period of time, man. He got a couple of nice passes, he doesn't control games. He can't control games.
Wait, that's the main thing, D. He controls games. That's
simply what he is, bro. He's
Games bypass him, man.
Hot take.
Nah.
Better pass to the right.
Even the weekend just gone, yeah. A lot of players with a Foden. He got a yellow card early. I think it was after 10-15 minutes, yeah. Bro, some young players would have lost their head, got sent off, maybe rash tackle. Wow. Bro, he's the reason why Palace won that. Some people might say Eze. No, Wharton was controlling that game. He was doing what he wanted. Bro. The game was at his pace. No, he
reminds me. When I watched him, the first game I watched him was when Chelsea played Blackburn last season, right? He reminds me of Michael Carrick. He was at Blackburn, yeah. He reminds me of Michael Carrick, right? And even in the Euros, the reason why I wanted him to start in the Euros with Rice was so Rice is destroying and Wharton's the one that's progressing.
Right then. Thank you. Yes.
So I'm a bit confused as to why you said
So you think he should be starting for England then?
Yeah, next to Rice, I think it should be.
We don't have that profile.
Well, in the long term.
If he's what you lot are saying, then he should be starting for England now, isn't it? Because England.
No.
I was starting for England.
Hold a minute. What I will agree on though, at the start of the season, Wharton was not playing well. Like I remember,
he was injured.
Against United, and we played them. Yeah, we controlled the game, bro.
He was playing
with injured. He was
playing with it.
I know that's what I'm saying. He was playing injured. That's what. But there was his form at the start of the season where D maybe looked at him and thought, "Yeah, this guy ain't good." Then they realized apparently the other D told me that apparently he was playing injured and he wasn't himself, and that's when he got this.
No, I've been watching him because we were linked with him. I've been watching him like closely, man. But I'm saying, so where do you want to play him in the 6 or the 8?
6, I'd say.
I believe it's a 6, bro.
It'll be a 6. It's a 6, man. He's a 6. He's just.
Oh, you give him the ball. The first thing he's always looking to do is just play it forward, bro.
Forward. That's all he wants.
Forward.
I love it.
He's a little dribbler as well. He can dribble.
What level are we talking about here? I'm getting confused. You got to tell me, like, give me an example of what standard you're talking about. Are you just talking about if he's a young up and coming player that's playing well, he's a good player, then I can understand.
We're not calling him world class.
I'm saying when you say okay, how much
progressive?
How much do you think he's worth? Give me an idea of what you think he's worth. Give me an idea of what you think.
You know what it is? Characteristic wise, I like players because a lot of players they're not brave on the ball. They want to pass it safe, keep the ball ticking over. So what they will do when they get the ball, they don't know if a player's near them or not, so they'll pass it sideways or back where it came from. So am I making sense?
Yeah, but give me an example. Give me an example of what level is that, or what price he's worth. Give me an example.
70 million. I'll tell you
70 for your guy, man.
I think if you're looking at market, if you're looking at how much this guy mad. How long has he got left in contract? Let me check how long he's got.
It'll be a long time. He only just signed last
year. So would you not be happy if you?
Remember he's English, so that tax is factored.
Yeah, but would you look? You'd be happy if you signed Wharton for 70 million.
That's exactly who I need right now.
I'll take him.
No way. No. LB, would you be happy? Wait. Let me ask everyone individually. Because that's how it works. Saeed, would you want him at Man United for 70 million? Would you take him for 70 million?
Bro, I'll take him for 70 million. Yeah.
How about you, LB?
I personally, I've only watched this guy at the start of the season when he wasn't very good and he got hooked off against United at half time, innit?
So is that a no?
I just say, basically on what I've seen, is I don't really know.
That's not me. I'm not taking 70 million for Wharton. What are you done? 70 million for Wharton?
For 70 though. If I can get him for 50, then I want. No. I'm saying this. I believe his value is around about 40 to 50 million. But what you got to remember is the English tax.
Yeah.
You don't get these English.
No, I know how much you would go for, but it doesn't mean I want my club to pay that for Wharton. Wharton probably going to cost 100 million. He probably won't cost 70.
Yeah, but your club don't need him. A club like mine that was looking at similar profile and Zubimendi that wants to be a controller at 6. I would love him at my club.
He's not anywhere near Zubimendi.
No. I didn't say he's near Zubimendi. He's a similar profile.
Let's be honest, he's not.
He's a similar profile.
He's not though, Bob. He's not though.
Bro, that technical six, that arm shot.
Honestly, D, yeah. Listen, so just to throw it out, I think Wharton's probably got a higher ceiling than Zubimendi. Put it that way.
Oh my!
We're gonna come back to the stream. This is what I love.
That's what I did up, bro. You said you watched him start of the season. That's when you really watched him.
No.
And now he's got a higher ceiling than Zubi. I don't get it.
No. You're a clever guy, yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is, when I watched Wharton, I didn't think he was that great at the start of the season. But I spoke to D, yeah, Palace fan, and he said he's got an injury, yeah. However, I seen certain things in his game that I said, okay, I see that, and I think that he could have. I think he's got a higher ceiling than Zubimendi. I don't think that's controversial at all. I think Zubimendi is a very good player, but I think he's a very limited player in what he's able to bring to the side.
You're not underrating Zubi still.
No, I'm not. I wanted us to sign him, but I think Zubimendi is very good for a certain task.
Palace fans, man. Shout out to Eagle Eye. Big up to Eagle Eye, man.
Yeah, it will be 100 mil. It'll be at least 100.
I think with Zubi, yeah, I think he's got more physicality than a Zubi. Understand? And because he's in the English league, he's already up to speed. I don't know about Zubi's physicality. The league is
when you say he's already up to speed, what have you seen that says that he's already up to speed? Like, I want to know what it is that I'm missing.
He wins the ball back. Go on. It's as simple as that. He wins the ball back and he can pass it forward. With certain players, they win the ball back.
And when they win, is he better than Belabor? Is he better than Belabor?
Belabor's
more of a destroyer than him. Off the ball, Belabor's more of a destroyer than him.
Yeah, but you said you want him in the six. They're both six. They're both sixes, though, aren't they?
Belabor can still be better.
Some players can dictate tempo, slow, short passes. They know when to do the short passes to medium passes. Then they know when to switch. They know when to play in behind. And that's what you call someone that can control it. And for someone that can work in tight spaces and tight areas, and players could be around him. So he's got that kind of peripheral vision. Do you know what I'm saying? So to know, like, all right, there's a player coming behind me, but I can still get my half turn. Yeah, checks his mirrors, can still get on a half turn and still play a forward pass. That's very rare in the English game because most English players are taught to.
No, it's very rare for English players. It's not very rare in English players.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I looked at Rice because Rice is a good example because Rice plays in a six. But what Rice does, he destroys, keeps it simple, keeps the ball ticking over. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying Rice ain't a progressive passer, but compared to Wharton, I'm saying Wharton, when he gets that ball, he wants to spray. Do you understand? He wants to play the ball.
No, I'm even comparing.
So did Tom Huddleston.
Do you know what Spurs King?
Yeah. You know what Spurs the mobility is different.
We're doing Wharton a disservice. It's not even just that he's sprayed in that, bro. He can ball carry as well.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
He actually glides on the pitch.
You know, Declan Rice here. Did you think he was worth 105 million?
Definitely. Declan Rice is not just about 105 million. What he was doing at West Ham. I saw him control games at Anfield. I saw him beat us. I saw him in the Europa League away from home in the conference. You lot are going mad.
100 million though, D. You got 70.
Oh, you lot are going. Okay, one second. What team does Declan Rice not get into then? What team does he not get into in the Premier League?
He don't get into
That's the question.
Because Wharton doesn't get into every team in the Premier League, does he?
All top 6 teams have been linked to him. That's the indication.
He probably does get into every team at the moment. Yeah,
no, he does.
Who does he not get into? Who does he not get into? He gets into my team. Walk straight into it.
Gets into my team.
He gets into he goes
in. Wharton gets into
yours.
Are you mad? Are you not going mad or something? Are we streaming normally, or are we having? You think he's better than Partey?
No, I'm saying, I'm not going to go mad.
You're not going to pick Partey over Wharton right now, though. You're not going to pick Partey over Wharton right now. Let's be real.
Yes, man. I am. Are you mad?
Partey's about to pick.
This is where you need to behave. Partey's been probably their best.
Nah, you wouldn't pick Partey over him. Actually, funny enough, you probably say Arsenal's the only one that
Partey was their best midfielder.
He probably won't get in the Arsenal team. He might not get in the Chelsea team when they've got no injuries, but he gets in everyone else's team.
Yeah, he gets in the other top 4.
But he gets in ahead of Lavia, though. Lavia is just right now not.
Chill.
I was chill now. Now he wasn't want to chill about chill.
But the thing is, though, I'm not saying. You know what it is, though. But you got to remember, you guys. I'm not saying Partey. You got to remember, Partey right now is a better player than wherever he's at right now, Adam Wharton here. But Partey's about to leave in the summer. He's out of contract. If you were to say to me right now, yo, you got Adam Wharton coming up, you'd be a bit gassed about that.
I wouldn't be happy. I'll be saying that's not what I want.
That's wild.
No way.
That's crazy.
Our Liverpool dropped too much with Wharton there instead of Partey. It's crazy.
Give it by like Christmas.
We don't need him, bro. We got bare midfielders.
Give it by Christmas time. We're going to be like, you know what? You lot were right. This is Wharton brothers.
Nah, he's a good player. He's a good player, but he needs to have done it way more. Like, he's had a couple of good games. I don't know, like all this 70, 80, 100 million talk is mad.
This is what it is, bro. That's it. You don't even have to have, like, you got to put a body of work for over a year. You'll be worth 100 million now. That's just the way the Premier League is right now.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of players, they get their price set inflated now, man. So it is what it is.
It doesn't mean I want to pay it for him, though.
Talking about prices, we got the story yesterday from David Ornstein. Arsenal developing strong interest in Viktor Gyokeres as possible striker signing. Andrea Berta, firm admirer of 26-year-old sporting forward, expected to figure prominently among AFC options and maybe more realistic than Isak.
I thought it was going for Sesko, isn't it? What's going on there?
Sesko?
That's
what
I
got rejected or something.
Because you see games like Villa this season where they drew 0-0 against Everton, losing against West Ham. That's 9 points if they have Gyokeres in their team. That is 9 points on the board. When I saw that news yesterday, brother, I can't lie. I was
that's what I wanted before. That was my first choice.
There's not really much. I see a lot of Arsenal fans again happy, like, yeah, Gyokeres. It's like, bro, all it is that he's gone up in their pecking order now, because obviously Isak looks unrealistic because of the price. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go in for him. It just means that it's part of their list. But I'll be real, I think he was probably part of the list before. There's basically like 4 strikers if you deep it: Sesko, Gyokeres, Isak, and Osimhen. They're going to be on everyone's list.
Do you know what?
Everyone,
to that comment, it's no coincidence that Berta gets appointed and same day Gyokeres is getting briefed. I don't think he was that high on the pecking order. I think Arteta.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's gone up. Up in the pecking. If you read the pecking order, I'm just saying that I'm not surprised by it. I would have expected Arsenal to be involved anyway. Do you get it?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. He was my first choice that I wanted anyway. But I take it as what stats don't tell you is the type of goals that they score and who they score against. And I saw him against us this season, and I was most of the time Saliba and Gabriel, they win all their battles against him. Even though they won the battle overall, he was a big problem, like in terms of his hold-up play and his 1-2s, and he can play football. Like, he doesn't play football to kind of like, see, Isak's a similar mold to Jesus, 10 times better, but he's that drifting striker. Gyokeres gets the ball back to goal, 1-2s, looks to go direct back into the box. So it's like, it makes sense for us to go for it.
This is who United should have signed instead of Højlund, isn't it? Let's be honest, a guy with a track record of scoring goals. Yeah, I mean, like, this guy actually scores goals. You know, when United signed Højlund, the most goals this guy ever scored is 9 goals in a season. Gyokeres this year has scored 42 goals
in 46, isn't it, or something like that.
42 in 42 and 11 assists as well.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you're buying a player that you know knows where the back of the net is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's so fucking better than just like gambling, which is what United did. United gambled, didn't it? United went to the casino, and threw the money on green 0 in it and hoped that it came in. And guess what? It didn't come in. Yeah, what Arsenal look like they're doing, they're going to be signing a striker who's got that track record of scoring goals. You just need to feed the guy in it. Put the chances on a plate. They'll put it in the back of the net. It's got a hat trick against.
That's the thing. It'll be for me. I want listen. Gyokeres. Listen. If Chelsea go get Gyokeres, I'm not complaining much. But the biggest concern that I've got for the guy is most of the goals I've watched of him scoring, bro. Man's in bare space, blood. Yeah, he's in so much. And it's one of them ones where it's like, most of the time, Arsenal, Chelsea, bro, you're going to be facing low blocks.
Yeah, low block. But he's a bully, though. He's a bully.
That's what I'm getting at. So I don't think he's going to overly struggle. That's the only thing in the back of my mind where I'm like, it's going to be a little bit of an adaptation period for him. Against
everyone's got there.
He usually plays against a lot of space. I'm telling you, most of the goals I see, Saeed, bro, I like Gyokeres. I would take him at Chelsea, 110%, bro. I'm just saying that's the only thing where I'm like,
I get with you. I agree with that. I agree with that. But I think I've seen him play against us. And when he played against us, he was a handful. And I rate our centre backs highly. So that's what I'm going on.
Don, you could flip it because from what I've seen of Gyokeres, he's got a variety of goals. I agree with you. The majority are with spacing behind. but where his stature's big and like he imposes himself, I reckon Saka whipping in balls from the right and him not attacking him. I think he's going to be one of them players that come in this league and actually hit the ground running. I know you get some strikers that it takes them a season,
he will.
But I reckon he'll come to this league and just hit the ground running. But I think it'll be a quality sign. Like the rest of the league should be worried if Arsenal get Gyokeres.
Yeah, but I think he's a top finisher, like 110% up there, right? Better than Osimhen in terms of finishing. But I think actually in the box, I think Osimhen's actually better than him in the box, bro. Aerially, especially as well, bro. I don't
really rate Osimhen.
If Saka was whipping in those balls on the right to Osimhen, bro, he's getting minimum 5 assists season just from the headers, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what it is though? I think when you look at all these strikers,
don't change his tune.
Yeah.
I knew he would change his tune, bro. You know the guy's talking,
your guy don't like I said his
salary caps and that. You know what I mean?
I never said his dead, bro. I just said the peas. That's what the main thing was.
Yeah, you focused on the money, innit? But now you could have been in a title race if you would have signed.
When you put the ball to his feet, like with Arsenal, like is he gonna be the best in that environment? Like I feel like there's pluses and negatives to all of these strikers, bro. It's just again who you gamble on, who you say right. Isak is the guy, but are you gonna get Isak? Is Isak gonna come? You know what I mean? He's gonna how much to like it's a lot of money.
I'm saying from now, bro. Even if I think Newcastle get Champions League, but even if they don't, I think it's like staying. You know, there's all this talk and rumors. I think he's staying regardless, unless he forces the move and hands in a transfer request, which I can't see happening. I think it's that all this noise of Arsenal, Liverpool being linked to him. Of course, like he can be linked to anyone, but I think even without Champions League, they're going to keep him another year. I think their president come out and said, like, that's one player, keep him. Like, he needs to stay in that. I think that will stay, regardless what happens. I think he stays.
Yeah, but Saeed, going back to your point now on Arsenal, right? They need a striker. Yeah, and as Don was saying, there's only few strikers out there that are at a top level right now, because football's dead, isn't it? So it's about like their ambition and like what they want to do with the rest of the team. Isak, mint, he's probably like the big name, but he's going to eat into a lot of your transfer budget, because he's going to cost best part of 120, maybe even more. Then you've got Osimhen. Well, Arteta's not going to want Osimhen, mate. Yeah, because Arteta don't want no one who speaks up and says mad shit. Yeah, so he'll do that. But it's either going to be Sesko, who's more, I think he falls more into a bit of a project player. Gyokeres, who's the perfect option, or then you go for someone a bit like a Vlahovic, someone like that, that's not going to please everyone. I think they'll get Gyokeres, Arsenal. I think they'll go for him.
Yeah. How good is this guy? I've not watched him at all. Like,
you know what? I think this guy is the next Isak, bro. I'm telling you, like, I know you, man. Yeah, but the way
Newcastle said that if Isak is to go, they're gonna look for Ekatike. But the only thing I'm saying about Ekatike is his physicality. His physicality, I'm not 100% sure on.
He looks Margaret, isn't it?
Yeah, he's quite slim, kind of builds, tall, lanky, languid. But he's an excellent dribbler. But sometimes when he dribbles, he can dribble down blind alleys, like from when I've watched him. Do you understand? But he is good at dribbling. He's good at dribbling.
Now, he's not an intelligent dribbler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, link up play.
You wouldn't be advising Arsenal to be signing this guy. He's been at Frankfurt for a year, isn't it? So why would you wouldn't be saying this is not what
you would never do PSG on my budget.
Yeah, but he only played 30 games for him. Yeah, this is not.
People say he flopped it. He didn't really flop over there. He scored like a few goals there. He was, he was playing against
4 goals in 33 games.
No, but I'm saying in terms of when he was there, right? When he played, like he worked like. I remember a couple of the PSG fans were telling me like, this guy's got something about him, bro. And he was playing alongside Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. And when he came on, he started to show a few bits and bobs and whatnot. So listen, I look at him and I'm like, it's a gamble, bro. You don't want to take that. Who's going to take that gamble?
No, and Arsenal are not at the gamble stage. Arsenal are at the we need the fucking ball to put the ball in the back.
That's what I was about to ask you, D. That's what I was about to ask you, yeah.
Gyokeres or is that? Gyokeres or is that?
Let me ask you, D. If you sign Sesko, but how would you feel about
No, I hate Sesko. He's crap.
Real talk, we play. Who's he play for, bro?
No.
Who's he play for? Right, so we played Leipzig, We played Leipzig about a year ago, and the other striker was the better striker. Who's the other guy who plays? Who's the other striker that plays for Leipzig?
What's the
Openda? Bro, he was fucking better than Sesko.
He's a running behind kind of guy. That's why
he caused us mad. I think he scored as well.
Actually,
I like Openda.
isn't it?
I remember, bro. But he was better than Sesko. Come on, he was a bit crap, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he did score a hat-trick. He's got tech, bruv. He's got tech. I don't know why no one's really interested. Even last summer, I was surprised no one really went in for him.
Yeah, same.
You know, Sesko might have lost his opportunity, man, to maybe leave, but I don't know, because now all of a sudden Sesko was hot property last year, and now is he really the most hot property this year?
But the Euros didn't do him any favors either, because he had a terrible Euros, man.
Yeah. So he like really.
I think the director of football came in, and obviously Arteta's got his ideas. Arteta likes a brother that can defend high up. You know what I'm saying? Like a strike. He likes his attacking players to defend. So whether you're a striker, an attacking mid, whatever. That's why he employed Havertz, and Havertz is like a track bully, but he presses really well, innit? So when he was looking at Sesko's good, that same type of profile where he can defend high up, he's quite tall, lanky, can link the play, can hold the ball up, whatever, whatnot. So that's the reason why Arteta was looking at. But now with the new director of football, he's not going to be a yes man. Do you understand? He's got his own ideas, his own thoughts, and he's saying, Rob, boom, I want this player. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder, it'll be interesting to see their relationship going down the line, Arteta and this new director of football.
Yeah, Berta. Let's talk about Berta, man. D, like, listen, he's looking like he's on it, bro. He's not messing around. He's talking about Stacker contract and that now. There's talk about that. Like, are you like, have you done your research on this Berta guy? Do you think he's the guy?
I've done a bit on him, but the only thing I have is like, it's a couple of good points in it, because it obviously is an experienced sporting director. So if you're an experienced sporting director, like I said on a different stream, when you hire a plumber and he's experienced, you expect the job to be done immaculately and perfectly. You know what I mean? He doesn't get the leeway, does he? So he comes in, I expect him to do his job immediately. But he's been at Atletico Madrid. They've always been the underdogs. You're coming to an Arsenal team now who do not believe that they're underdogs. So, like, it's a completely different job. Like, I expect our number one targets, and that's it. Otherwise, what else are you coming for?
How do you feel about certain deals that he's made, though, D man? Like João Felix. Paid 113 million for him.
Yeah, but this is business. That's what I'm saying. This is you're talking about the business side.
Straight to the bad ones. Speak up.
hey, no, bro, I'm going through it. I'm going through the list. You know what I mean? Somehow we managed to get. Somehow we got. How much did we get for Costa? We got 57 M's for Costa at the time. And this guy was even frozen out, bro.
God, you killed me.
We got a list, son. We got a list.
I'm telling him the facts. I'm asking him how he feels about that, bro. Do you think?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Like, he's a good businessman, isn't it? He looks like a good businessman there. What do you mean?
Wow.
What do you mean? That's not what you class all of that as bad business. And Griezmann for 24 million. Is Griezmann for 24 million bad business?
Suarez won them the league. Alvarez, see what Alvarez is doing.
Yeah, but you're just looking at one, but you're not looking at the other one.
What do you think of this list?
Don't knew what he was doing. I went straight to the back.
Yeah, he went to Felix, who's signed by Chelsea, and then he's going, which is confusing. But if you look at the other signings, I mean, most of them were not flops, were they? So.
Yeah, they weren't flops.
Like you might end up paying 100 million for Gyokeres, even though you don't need to spend that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. 100
million. They don't mind 100 million.
Don't pay 100 million for it.
You know what it is, though? You need a guy, that just knows, like,
exactly, bro. Experience, isn't it?
You know, this brings me on to my point, actually, Dia. You said only Isak or Gyokeres for you. What about Julian Alvarez?
No.
Bro, they got the piece for that.
They ain't got a piece for that, man.
You understand how much that would be?
They're struggling to go get thingy, bro. Like Isak, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's gonna cost you at least.
Alvarez will be at least 110, 120.
You think they'll charge 9 figures for Alvarez?
Bro, they spent 85 on him. From City. So they're gonna make a profit on it.
To get that back.
Gyokeres got a release clause, otherwise it'd cost 120.
Yeah.
Gyokeres will probably cost about what? Bro, no one's gonna pay the release clause, man. People keep talking about this release clause. Bro, no, it's like, how much is it?
No, it's at 69 million. It's at 69 million.
Most clubs don't pay it, bro, because
no, they'll pay that. Arsenal pay that easily.
Yeah, but bro, most clubs don't pay a release clause because it goes on the books for FFP.
No, but what you do, you negotiate a little bit more than a release clause, or then you just negotiate the payments.
And then stagger the payments,
stagger the payments.
But to stagger the payments, that's not triggering the release clause, bro. To trigger the release clause, you got to pay.
But if he wants to go, you don't know. They might have an agreement.
Well, they'll sell. They're a selling club, man. They'll sell him. They're chill.
They're for selling, but I'm saying you have to pay more than the release clause, I reckon, to get him.
Yeah, it'll be like a little bit more than the release.
Yeah, but even if we pay 70, 80 million for Gyokeres, it's still worth it, isn't it?
No, I agree. I'm just saying. I highly doubt anyone's going to trigger the release clause, bro. It's quite rare. It's quite rare for teams.
Let's be honest, yeah. This Berta guy's got the easiest job in the world, right? He comes in,
definitely
need a striker, need a left winger.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? Yeah, he's just got to go and get the best players, which is I actually think that's easy. I actually think the harder players to buy squad players. The players are not going to play, and they're going to are they going to be happy? Are they going to be able to make an impact? He's literally playing FIFA right now, isn't it? Who's the best left winger in the world that I can get and afford? Boom, go and get him. Who's the best striker in? Yes, boom. It's not rocket science, mate. Yeah, because let's be honest, that transfer window that Arsenal had in the summer was shambolic, mate. Yeah, that's what they should have done last. Bro, we went out there and got Marino, who's not a great player. Yeah, Calafiore, who's now been fucking displaced by Miles Skelly. And fucking Sterling on loan. Do you know what I mean? That is dead. Do you know what I'm saying? So they need this summer just go out there, splash the cash, go and get the good players, and go again.
Yeah, you make a good point, because regardless if Berta came in or not, I would still be expecting those players anyway. So you're right what you're saying. Like, Berta or no Berta.
Does he have any say in the manager's future and whatnot?
Yeah, that's one thing. D, that's a good point.
No way.
On
the article, D, it specifically said. So this is Ornstein, right? It's not my words. It specifically said Arsenal have already got a plan of players that they're planning to basically go in for, and he's not too sure on how much control Berta's going to have, or how much say Berta's going to have in regards to that, or if he's going to add anyone else to that list. So basically, Arsenal already have a short list, didn't it, before Berta came in. Yeah,
his job is to come in and get the players. I think his job is to come in and actually get the players, our first choices. That's what it is. It's because you need somebody that's got experience in. Yeah, because it's a different thing when you make a phone call and it's Berta on the line than it is if it's Edu, isn't it? It's a different conversation, isn't it? So I think it's about who you know and the kind of things, you know what someone's going to take. You're not wasting time going back and forth because you know what this guy's about. It's all that type of stuff, isn't it? Yeah. So that type of stuff. Like normal business, how normal business works. You know, if you got
I kind of think that's a little bit much, man. If I'm a football player, right? All I'm bothered about is who's the manager, what the club is, and what's the money I'm being offered. I don't really care like what the sporting director is. I'm not being funny, mate. If I'm Nico Williams, do I really care whether it's Berta or
no? Maybe not Nico Williams. Maybe not so much Nico Williams, but you might care if you're his agent. Or you might care if it's the club that's calling you. It depends on who's doing the dealings.
I just think I'd be bothered about the club, the manager, and the money. I don't really care about who the sporting director is. Like,
yeah, as a player, but it's not. I think it's not about the player. I think this is more about behind the scenes and the business dealings, isn't it? It's not so much about the player.
So you're talking about like the actual club to club.
Yeah. It's more of that, isn't it? It's more that type of stuff. That's why Berta's coming in. He's not coming in much more so for the players. I don't believe.
Well, you think Edu wasn't respected by other clubs? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. Eddie, that's why a lot of the time he was always in Brazil and stuff because he had a lot of connections over there, didn't he? You got to work your way to the top. These guys have got a black book of people that they know, and
it's about connections, bro.
I went Brazil and brought back Marquinhos. Not even a talent out there,
bro. Marquinhos,
that's when I thought.
I think, he will have the power. I like that. I don't know. We'll have the power.
No way, not sack Arteta.
No, I think right now there's no sacking Arteta now until next season.
Arteta definitely on his toes though. He knows.
He's got sacked.
He ain't even on his toes, but he's just about emptying his bank balance. He's at the bottom of his bank balance. He ain't even there. He ain't even in overdraft.
But let me ask you a question, D. Yeah, I know you're a big Arteta fan, and you back him and that. But if next season he's given Gyokeres, he's given a left winger, and he don't win anything next season, does he then deserve to be in the conversation of being sacked next season?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's a funny question. It's a funny thing you say this because I see it the other way to that. I see it more. I see it on the point where he's at the point now where you've lost your leeway. You know, like if you a lot of the time when managers sign players, you think like, oh, you signed this player, I've got faith in you, and I'm going to see what this player does. He's lost that for me, so I now need to see you signing players that I believe that we should also have. He's lost the leeway badge. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if he signs Isaac, for example, Nico Williams, Zubamendi, and then he doesn't win the league, you can say, yeah, you should have won the league with those players, but you can also say you did everything right to not win the league. And there's no given right to win the league, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to now see you signing the right players. Then I'll worry about the other bit after. But he should be. We should be.
But Saeed said if he don't win anything, not the league, anything. That was the question.
I'm giving him 2 more years. If he signs the right players, 2 more years if he signs the right players.
How long would be there for? 8 years. It'll be 8 years, bro. If you give him 2 more years,
that's what I'm on. Yeah, I'm. If he
been saying this.
I'm on. That's what I'm on, bro. Don't listen. I'm that guy, fam. I'm not like these man that flip and flop and back and forth. I'm that guy. That's what I believe. I don't change what I think or what I say, bro. That's my thing.
So you don't win anything next year. Even though he's got Gyokeres,
2 more years, 2 more. If he gets the right players, you got 2 more years to show.
Crazy, man. That's mad, bro. That's crazy. 2 more years, bro. Like
you can't. The thing is, you can't even think like that. Honestly, you can't look at ball like that.
I'm thinking like that. I'm thinking like that.
You can't, D, man. You can't.
Why can't I think like that? I don't understand.
D's only Arteta out if they come out the top 4. That's the only way D's coming out.
Yeah, like I'm not. Do you think Arteta is doing a good job? All of you as a whole.
He's done a good job. He's done a good job.
Yes or no. It's a yes or no, and it's a yes or no, isn't it?
There's context to it. It's not just
in terms of the trophies, no.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. Is he doing a good job? Yes.
I don't think he's done a good job.
I'm going to say, you don't think he's doing a good job? Arteta's not doing a good job.
The trophies, no, bro. The proof is in the pudding, bro. He hasn't done well.
He's doing a bad job.
In terms of winning you trophies, he's doing a bad job, bro.
He's doing a bad job in terms of winning trophies.
So in terms of what football is about, it's about winning trophies, right? He's doing a bad job. That's why I said there's context. The context is right. I think for me, it's like he has 1 more year to deliver, but you're saying he needs basically another 3 years. So we got next year plus another 2 years.
That's even college.
I'm sacking Arteta because people say that I should be one to sack Arteta.
The thing is, though, you've got to now think what's the next step for us. So you're now saying that.
I don't think Arteta. Listen, do you think Arteta is not thinking the same way we're thinking now?
Yeah, but you might not be good at it. Like, it's like me now, bro. I want to do something, but I'm not good at it. So I've got to understand that, this is my level. Arteta's level now has been, I've got to the team to this stage. I can't deliver a title. So therefore, I could be sacked. You're saying...
Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, that's a fair point. Let me ask you this question then.
Yeah.
Do you think Arsenal fans should take, say, 2 years of no trophies? But let's imagine he wins it in the 3rd year. Who would have been right, me or you?
Bro, come on, man. Bro, like,
no, but it's just a question. Who would have been right?
Hold on, D. This is what I'm saying. This is why for me, it's a bit mad for you to even say, I'll give him 2 years. Regardless of what happens, I'll give him an extra 2 years. Because
no, it's not regardless of what happens. You could even no.
Next season, hold on, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, so you understand what I'm saying.
No, wait. Let me say one thing before you say that bit. Yeah, it's not regardless of what happens. I'm saying if he has a bad, like a situation where he's dropping down, and I feel like there's the progression, we're going backwards. Then it's a different conversation.
You wouldn't give him 2 years then, regardless. Then you wouldn't.
No, not regardless. Not regardless. I'm saying, obviously, when you said, "Would you sound?" I'm assuming you're saying if we're still finishing second and competing. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I don't mean if you think if we're 12th.
This is what you Arsenal fans need to get, like, bro. It's not just the Prem you compete for, bro. It's the other trophies as well. You don't think it's just one competition, bro? Right?
No, you're getting it wrong. That's how I think. I don't think like how the other Arsenal fans. The other Arsenal fans disregard the FA Cup and the League Cup.
What it sounds like to me, they're basically saying, if he's still competing in the Prem, then he can stay for another 2 years, regardless of the other.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying it half-heartedly.
Then that's. I'm sorry. Then that mentality stinks, bro. That mentality, it does reek, bro. Because
listen.
Competing and finishing second doesn't mean anything. Bro, you're not picking nothing up along the way, bro. You're not doing
that. That means all of you. Everyone should shut their managers then, apart from Liverpool.
Bro, hold on. You're talking about a guy that's going to be there basically 8 years, and you're saying, in 8 years, 1 FA Cup and a few title races is enough for me. Like, I'm calm with that.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Come on now, D. Come on now.
What do you mean a few title races? It's not a few title races. I'm saying he hasn't won the league.
Been a few title races, bro.
No. It's like your analogy earlier with the experienced plumber. Yeah, I've always said Arsenal should not have signed Arteta anyway because he was a novice. He's now no longer a novice. Been there 5, 6 years, maybe 5 years. He's assembled a squad that's capable of winning the league. The evidence of that's capable of winning the league. The evidence of that is last season, this season, and the season before. Like you're thereabouts, right? But now going back to your earlier analogy, he is now that experienced primer. You said you expect to get the job done. He's not got that job done now in 2-3 years. And this is what we're basically trying to say: is you give him an extra year to not get that job done again. It's like,
no, but that's what I'm saying. When you said the job done, okay, let's imagine then next
job
year.
Job done for me, any trophy, by the way, not necessarily the league. Like,
any trophy. Okay, do you know what? I'm thinking you're talking about the league or Champions League. Because if he wins the FA Cup,
bro, it's about everything.
But if he wins the FA Cup, do you think that's good enough?
Bro, it buys him a little bit more time.
It's not good enough. The FA Cup is not what we need.
But it could buy him a little bit more time. Is the point that
it might do? But I'm saying, if he won the FA Cup, would you say that that's okay? He can stay longer then because he won the FA Cup.
No, there's an argument that you could still sack him. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm making. So your point is league or Champions League because Ten Hag won both of those cups and got sacked.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the top 4 though. That's the thing.
That's the point I'm making.
The fans were happy with.
Obviously, I get it.
What's more important, title races or the League Cup and the FA Cup?
If Liverpool come with another title, if Liverpool come,
but we all saying don't make sense because Ten Hag won trophies and got sacked.
Yeah, but bro, you want
if Liverpool win another trophy,
it's just contact. Go on, what was you gonna say, Ash?
No, I'm saying if Slot comes at second season and does a madness again of over Arteta, wins another.
It's in the first season.
The
second season. Wait. The argument is it's Pep. You can't win anything because of Pep.
Exactly.
If Slot does it again. Brother, there's nothing. There's no.
Forget again. He's done it now. That should be embarrassing itself.
It hasn't been Wembley in time, bro.
It's a blip from City, isn't it? So now everyone's expecting City to be back next season. Do you understand? So you can't even use the same excuse. Is what I'm getting at.
What point are you making? Because he hasn't won the league over Arteta. He's won the league over 19 other managers. So I'm confused. Why?
Hey, D, you're not AD. No, hold on a second.
He's won the league over everybody, not just one manager.
What was your prediction going into the season?
Expectations, D. The other 17 teams are expected to wait.
This is you lot's narrative. Because you lot.
No, hold on, D. No.
Your narrative. I'm not going to your narrative.
Where did you predict Arsenal to finish at the start of the season?
What do you mean? I finished to finish second. I thought City would win it.
Okay, then. So if you're predicting Arsenal to finish, if you're predicting Arsenal to finish second, right? That means that you're next in line. Therefore, it's taking over.
By default, if City don't win it, you lot should be there to win it.
That's obviously what we wanted, but the world don't work like that. That's what we wanted. We wanted to win. The world don't work like that. You know scenario.
You're Adam Newton. I've clocked
it. Listen, let me explain something to you. You lot want me to take Arteta out because it suits you.
No, I don't.
Wait. One second. Are you Saeed? Are you hammering out? Are you hammering out?
No, I'm far from it, bro.
No, you should be hammering out because his first 14 games are worse.
Now you've lost your head.
No, wait. Listen. His first 14 games are worse than Ten Hag's last 14.
I hear it, but he hasn't. This is not his players. He's coming through the season. Like, bro, there's hella context behind it, bro. Like, he's coming. It's not his players. Your guy's been there for 5 years, been allowed to spend 800 million. Bro, like, come on, bro. Like, it's a whole different conversation, bro.
Man compared Arteta to Amorim, bro. Are you being for real?
I'm being for real. I'm confused what you're saying. You want me to say Arteta out because it suits your narrative?
We never said say Arteta out, bro.
You're telling me that I should say Arteta out because he hasn't won the league. He's competing for the league, isn't he? He's competing for the league, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's competed for the league in the past 3 years.
Exactly. So what? So that's why. So you asked me a question. I said 2 more years of him competing for the league. If he drops out of competition, then you can have a conversation about him going. If he's still competing, then he's got 2 more years. That's not what's so hard to understand about that.
You have to be.
Your standard, and my standard are different.
Yeah, your standards are in the mud, bruv.
No, your standards are in the mud because you think Lavia is better than everyone in the midfield. He doesn't even play. So your standards are different. So you can't tell me about standards. I was there for Invincibles.
No, hold on, bro.
I was there for all of this.
You can't tell me that my standards are in the mud when you're happy for your manager to just be there, just to be the conversation and not pick things up and get another 2 years.
That's your word. You asked me a question. I said 2 years. You're not happy with my answer. Your answer.
I never said I'm not happy with your answer.
That's
your
opinion. Wait. Your answer was this. You said to me, what should he, if he doesn't win a trophy next season? I said 2 years. So your answer is he should be there for 1 more year. Your answer is only 1 year.
Next year, I think next year don't win anything. No, there's no conversations. I'll get him.
Your answer is only 1 year different to mine.
But if it was up to me, bro, I would even sack him this season, bro.
And if it was up to me, I would sack Maresca as well.
Maresca's even been here a year.
Listen.
What do you mean? That's what I would do. That's the difference.
Bro, Maresca hasn't even been here a year. You're talking about Arteta's been there.
It's not about the year. It's about the job that they're doing. It's not about.
Bro, he started the season off well. He's going through a little bit of a tough period.
That's wild.
Do you know what it is? A lot of people, they like to because of adversity. They like to get in because of adversity. They get all panicky in adversity. I don't get panicky in adversity. It's part of football.
Yeah, but when does panic set? That's the thing, though. No.
I told you. Hold on, D. If adversity is part of football, why are you saying you sack Maresca then? Because he's going through adversity right now.
Because I'm giving you of your standard what you believe. I'm using your logic.
Maresca's been there not even a year, bro.
I'm using your logic.
I've seen him fail bare things. I haven't seen him fail bare things. I've seen him not even.
I'm using your logic, bro. Why our logic?
Hold on.
Why your logic? Everyone should sack their managers apart from Man City and Liverpool.
Yo, bro, come on, man. There's a difference between Arteta and Maresca and Amrin. Bro, I give you 5 years, 800 million. He's been in so many title races. There's a context for you, bro. Like he's a knurling man. He's not won a trophy for 5 years, bro. 5 years. He's not showing you.
Answer a question, and your answer is only 1 year different to mine. What? Your answer is only 1 year different to mine. I don't understand. I don't get it. You don't want me to do this. You don't want me to do this online thing and be the same as everyone else, bruv. I am not the same. You see when I'm down in the dumps. You see when man are down in the dumps. I'm a type of guy that I can get out of the trenches. You know, that's how my whole life has been. I'm not a guy that because we're in a bit of a sticky situation. We must get rid of it. We've got to panic. I'm not like that, bruv. When you're in a big problem, you're meant to stick together and band together and get out of it if you still believe, bro. Not because you are going to come online and tell me I should sack Arteta. I'm going to change my mind, bro.
But when it comes to
the tweet, pressure, was it? Pressure, something, pressure makes
diamond.
It's not represent privilege. That's what the tweet.
There you go.
I hear all of that, but at the end of the day, there's always a cut-off period. And the fact that you're happy for man to just be here for 8 years, basically, right? Be on a
you asked me a question. You asked me a question.
On a 6-year drought, and just say, no, I don't want to change.
We gotta respect it. 2 years. Let's go.
I answered your question. You don't like my answer. That's up to you, bro.
I
know, he's saying, look, if Arteta finishes third, he's still happy. If Arteta finishes second, he's still happy. If Arteta finishes fourth, then he's like, it's a bit of a regression.
You know what will change his mind, Ash? You know what will change his mind? The only way he will change his mind is if Chelsea finish above them next season. Then he will fucking change his mind.
You. You keep thinking that you lot are some big deal. I don't care about you.
Yeah. You know what? Before I got to Super Chats quickly, there was also Cunha. He put out a story saying, I want to go and win titles, innit? And, you know what I mean? He's someone that I think, for me, could join a club like Arsenal, maybe Liverpool.
The Wolves fans are fuming, you know. They're just like, this guy's just taking the piss now. Like, any opportunity to just put us in the mud. But end of the day, he signed that contract extension to preserve his resale value, bro. He's cutting.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, that Liverpool fans don't like Trent, because he's leaving on a free and said he should have signed a contract so we get a resale value, but then Cunha's signed a contract to get Wolves a resale value, and the fans still don't like him, yeah?
LB, hold on there. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying what
I'm just saying that maybe these Liverpool fans are out here saying that, it's because he didn't sign a contract so we can get a resale value, or actually just butthurt, man. You know what I mean? The fact that the player who's a scouser who loves Liverpool just actually wants to move on, because Wolves fans are now proving the point that even though they signed a contract, they still don't like him.
They don't like it. Fans, that's what fans are.
We'll get on to
some Liverpool fans are gaslighting everyone, trying to say, I don't like him because he should have got us a resale value. That BS, man. No one cares about that, innit?
Yeah. No, but the thing is, though, and you know what? It kind of like merges in quite nicely, you know, with the Trent situation. Is that's the thing in football. Like, the fans are never going to be happy with any regard. You're losing a player. That's the biggest problem. Forget about the money, bro. Money is, bro, we can all talk about
money your best as well. It's not like any old player. It's in their regard, it's their best. In our regard, it's one of our best. You know what I mean? So
I don't know why he's done an interview. I don't know what is he done an interview on The Guardian. Like, it's a bit of a weird interview to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when he's had the time to do that. Yeah, but for me, it's like when he says I want to win titles, like it's only 3 clubs really titles.
I don't think any of the 3 clubs will. I think we may be in for him, but I think we're going to try and go for Isak again. Don't think we get Isak. I'll say that from now, but I think that's going to be our priority. City don't need him. Arsenal won't go in for him, even though Arsenal have been linked with him. I can actually see him going to a Newcastle or a Forest. You could laugh all you want, but I can see him going to one of them clubs that finish in Champions League place, because he speaks about titles, but all of the teams in title contention don't really want you like that. So unless you go to a title in another country, I think it will be Forest or Newcastle for Cunha. Unless the other 3 are serious, but I don't think the other 3 will be serious for him.
Yeah. No, I like Cunha, but we're out the race in it. When as soon as he mentioned titles, I was like, wait. You know
how does that make you feel, Sad? You should be in contention.
That's my baller, man. I've been talking about Cunha for the past 2 years, man. I'd be like, yo, this guy, man, bring him to United, bro. He's a perfect player, man. Like, I don't know if you watched him for Brazil, but he was their best player for Brazil in a team that has Rafinha, Vini and all that, man. He was their best player for. It's one of them. Like, for me, I think if I was to pick a team that would suit, I think low-key suits Liverpool, Like, when you're deep in, like, that familiar role, you got players off him running, like, he can do the whole, like, he actually's got a bit more, like, I'm not saying Firmino's unbelievable, by the way, but I think in terms of carrying the ball as well, he's got a bit more about him than Firmino. Like, Firmino had the tech, but Cunha could go a little bit more.
Do you know what side, I always said when Cunha first come to Wolves, I watched a few Atletico Madrid games and it was just the end product. Everything else was cold, but it was the end product.
Yeah.
They had enough of him. Come to Wolves, I remember him, it might have been his debut. They played you at Old Trafford.
That's when Onana could have given away a penalty, bro. He
just kept running through you easy, but he's finishing. His end product weren't there. I think this season is where he sharpened up his end product, bro. I think it's 12 league goals. Maybe it might be a bit less. I'll take Cunha because Núñez is probably going to cut. Diaz, there's talks he's going to cut. I'll take Cunha, and for what? This
is what I'm saying. I keep saying to people, like, with Cunha, like, don't you want a specialist, bro? Yeah, for me, this summer with Chelsea specifically, I just want a specialist. I don't want these.
Yeah, I hate your point. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I think with United, it would suit United because they need that guy in between the lines, like in the 10 role, to drive at players and that. Whereas Liverpool, I'm looking at it, bro. If you want to play him up top, he's not a striker. You want to play him on the left. He's not really a winger. He's more of a, if Arsenal was to sign him, for example, they'll probably play him in that left half space, like the 8 position.
Yeah.
Chelsea don't need him. Spurs could potentially do with him, to be fair.
Yeah, we could do with him.
But Liverpool, I don't really see where he fits into that team, bro. I'll be so real,
I don't rate Cunha that high either.
No, but the thing is, Don, like I said, first things first, when you play around better players, his level will go to another level standard. That's normally how it works. And if it doesn't, then you're not cut out for that level and you move them on. But I think if he comes to us, he's playing with better players. I've been suffering with Núñez and a Jota where Jota's a bad boy finisher, but this season, this is my favourite player, but he's been poor. You have to call it out. I can only go of, what have you done for me lately? I can only go of recent evidence. Cunha has been banging in the goal. His finishing has got better. So you're saying he's not a specialist, but who's to say you don't come to our club and get 10 to 15 league goals? I think he easily could get that.
Yeah, but the point that I made, though, if you want him to play up top, there's better options that you can get in the summer, bro.
But Don,
natural strikers.
Cool. I hear that you're saying there's better options. Cool. Like I said, we're going to go in for Isak. I think that's our number one target. Do I think we get him? No. Gyokeres looks Arsenal bound. Maybe we can still try and compete.
Yeah.
Sesko, I don't want. And I actually have a funny feeling we might actually settle for a Sesko, right?
I saw someone talking about Boniface.
I don't know. Boniface like that.
It's not flavour of the month. It's not flavour of the month anymore because it was flavour of the month long ago. No, Boniface. Who's Boniface? This guy.
That Hugo guy. If you want me to be honest, on, I don't rate a lot of 9s out there. Word to D, I think it's Isak and Gyokeres personally that I've watched. And Alvarez, but like LB said, we're not going to pay that money for. We've been linked to him. Actually, that's another striker we've been linked to. But we're not really going to pay that money. So I get what you mean, Don. But sometimes if you can't get the best, you have to settle for the next best. He's played in the league. The release clause is what, 50 million, 60 million? I know it's not.
Also about 60 million, yeah.
And he inserted that release clause, so it's realistic that a bigger club will actually come in and pay for him. I would take Cunha. I think Cunha's. I'd rather him than a João Pedro. João Pedro is one I don't want. Good player, but I don't think he'll suit us like that.
If you get Cunha, if you get Cunha, personally as a Liverpool fan, I'd want him to play where Szoboszlai plays, bro. And then get a striker, bro. Play him behind the striker, man.
Yeah, you could do that.
But then, Don. that's more of the reason to get Cunha, because he's versatile. He can play that 9 when we needed him to, that left side role when we need him to. Do you know what I mean? So that's more of the reason to get him. I wouldn't mind Cunha, bro. I know some of our fans are turning their nose at it. I wouldn't mind Cunha at all. I've said this.
Can he play as a 9 though?
He's not the number one option, but I wouldn't mind if we got him.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a 9 really. I know he can play there, but I haven't really seen him. Yeah, false 9, different. That's just like having a 10.
You know what it is actually for me when I'm looking at these guys, bro. I've got PTSD, bro. From like obviously he presses more than Nkunku, innit? But I've seen too many guys that just aren't strikers at my club for too long. I just don't want to say that. It's good they don't bang Yeah. That's why when I'm looking at Cunha and I'm seeing some Chelsea fans like, yo, this guy, I'm like, bro, we don't need him. Leave him where he is. Let him go somewhere else, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just on the Trent situation, and obviously the preview for the betting game on Wednesday. Like, is Trent even fit? Like, is he fit for that? Is it doubt? Is he a doubt?
Trent's not fit. I actually want to speak about the Salah post as well, because I think there's some intervention. Have you seen it? Salah put a little 2-second clip. It's him, Konate, Szoboszlai, and Trent at Salah's house. And
where did you see that?
Oh wow!
Look, type it. Wait, none of you seen it? Go on Twitter and
type it. I see it.
You see it, yeah?
Yeah, I see it.
Put it up and then
on his page. Is it on his page?
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was on his Insta story, but it'll be down now because it's been past 24 hours. But if you just type in Twitter, Salah with Trent at his house or something.
But they were just chilling though. They didn't. There's not even any sound.
I know, but then what's happening now, D, is a lot of people are lapping it up.
Oh, this one here. I didn't see this.
I'll put it up, Saeed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it up now. Yeah.
Trent looks like he's explaining something, but I'll give a bit of context to this.
Okay.
What we're saying
there? So what's now happened is a lot of our big Twitter accounts and that have said is Salah intervening, trying to get him to stay. But if you know from the past, right, Salah invites Trent for dinner. They've been doing this. He invites Trent and that for dinner quite often.
That's not what happens, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? What's happened is here, 2 friends have gone for tea at a guy's house, innit? And then basically, Liverpool fans are trying to say something's happening.
I don't know what he's doing.
That's what happened over the weekend. That's what
happened. That's not. Nothing's happening there, innit? Guys gone round to his house for some food.
You know what's even funny, Obi? They probably haven't even spoken about football once. Like, these men are just...
I tweeted that. Not done. I literally said they're probably speaking about anything but Madrid and football. They probably just want to chill. Remember as well, it was Ramadan. Salah and Konate are Muslims, yeah. Obviously, Trent and Szoboszlai, I think. I don't know their faith. But maybe they just wanted to all break fast together and Salah just wanted these people out.
Yeah.
That's why I said we lapped it up too much. But a lot of the big Liverpool accounts are now saying, he's intervening. And because Trent's the only one speaking, Salah's smart. It was a very, I don't know the word, bro. Because he doesn't normally post that. Salah normally posts himself in the gym or selfies. He never normally posts his yard with the other players.
I love how the camera,
he's in me.
There, he goes, Konate, Szoboszlai.
Yeah. And Trent is the one speaking. Trent's the one speaking.
Trent's the one speaking as well.
He's a tease.
What you're doing here, Liverpool fans here are going through this stage of they can't believe that the Scousers leaving, innit? You know what I mean? So now they're just looking at anything and just putting 2 together and putting 5. Yeah, this is just a couple of guys who work with each other, who are mates. Literally. And the guy's gone to his house, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I don't know. For me, it is a bit of a non-story, but I do believe with Trent, I don't believe he'll get booed though in the stadium. I don't think so. I don't think
he shouldn't get booed, man. If you do boo him, I think you're a joker, man.
He will get booed. He will get booed.
Yeah. I was going to say he will, because what I think will happen is I've just seen a report now. He's not in training. That the team are training now. He's not in training, but when a player's injured, they're still with the team. Obviously, you're still going to challenge. Travel, you're going to be in a dugout. I think you'll get the whole ground, in my opinion, won't, because his name's not going to get read out or anything. There won't be a significant moment to boo him. But I think some people in the dugout might boo him. I can see it happening while you're watching the game, they might chant stuff. They might try and stay and just try and play with his head. But
it's a shame because I saw the same thing happen to Macca, and I like Steve McManaman when I was growing up. I thought he was a dope player, and then obviously he went to Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? But the way English play that no one really talks about Steve McManaman on that high regard anymore because he left to go win trophies. You know what I'm saying? To do big things, but it's such a shame if that happens to him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this guy, is going to win 2 Prems with Liverpool, right? Yeah. So the Liverpool didn't win a Prem throughout the whole Premier League era. He's in a team. They're going to win 2. He won a Champions League. Yeah. And
everything counts.
He's been there for 8 years. And what? They're going to boo him for wanting to leave.
LV. He's been here for 20.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, though, innit?
First
team. Like, you know what we're doing here? Like, they're going to boo him. Well, it's just crazy, man.
LB,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, yeah?
Never sing that. If you boo him, yeah, you don't sing that. We'll never walk alone again, innit? Because let's be honest, we'll never walk alone until a player wants to leave. You know what I'm saying? That's just a joke thing.
It's a bit hypocritical. Do you know what it is? The way I see it, when it first broke out, I'm seeing a lot of other content creators crashing. You know what? Everyone else is entitled to their opinion. But the way I see it is he's won everything that is to win. Like you said, going to win 2 Prems, the Champions League. He's won everything that is. No player is obliged to sign a contract. Because you know what would happen? Not that there is in our eyes, but if there was a better right back than Trent that wanted to come to our club, we'll drop Trent like that and probably try and get another right back. This is how football works. So he's probably looking at it like, cool, I want a new challenge. My best friend's out there. Let's be honest, it's not like it's any other club. If it was the English club, I'll be fuming. It's Real Madrid. It's the pinnacle. We probably
exactly.
What's that new challenge? So that's why I weren't fuming. When I'm seeing people burning his shirts and calling him X, Y, Z, I can't condone that personally. I've seen what he's done for my club.
Burning his shirt for leaving a club, man.
Yeah, it's been happening. But do you know what? The reason why the fans are aggrieved is because Fabrizio come out with a report on, I think, Tuesday afternoon or maybe Wednesday afternoon. And he said, Real Madrid informed Trent in 2023 they wanted to sign him. Trent immediately accepted and apparently didn't inform the club. Because I'd like to think if he did inform the club is saying, look, you either sign or we're selling you. So I think he kept it away from the club, did what Madrid said.
Yeah, but Roms, this is where Liverpool fans are being proper naive. When he rejected the contract from Liverpool, that should have been a red flag for Liverpool. And they should have said, we're selling you. They didn't, because they didn't want to accept that he wanted to leave.
LB, it's the hope that kills you. We still thought we could get him to sack.
So that's naivety, bro. That's a naive situation. If you guys rejected you, let's not pretend like Liverpool didn't know Real Madrid had contacted him, All these clubs know exactly what's going on in the world of football, They would have known that Real Madrid contacted Trent, And when he rejected the contract 2 years ago, they had 2 summers to sell him. They didn't. They couldn't convince him to stay. Now he's leaving on a free. He's won 2 Prems, a whole load of domestic cups, and a Champions League. And if you're then getting onto Trent when he's done all that, and you were the club that decided to keep him for 2 years after he rejected a contract, that's on you as a club.
Yeah.
I don't understand the outrage, man. Personally.
You know what? I think for me, it's like you got.
They're entitled. They're entitled, bro. They're
entitled. The pinnacle. Listen,
you know, it's the sentiment and that, and it's also when he's saying certain things that, I want to be future captain, I want to retire at the club. This is where this is where I'm a bit different because I don't get attached to no footballer, and I feel like you need to understand there's no loyalty in football really anymore. And the way I see it as well, like your mind can change. Remember, Trent said this 2 years. What our families need to actually realize is Trent said this 2 years ago. He might be looking at it like, cool, I said this 2 years ago, but I'm seeing summer after summer, there's no real ambition. We're not signing players. Do I really want to stay? So this is why I keep saying to my fan base, they're calling me all sorts, but I'm like, hold on. You need to understand, he's human at the end of the day. Just because he said it 2 years ago, what is supposed to keep, he can't change his mind in the next 2 years. That's how I see it. With
100%. 100%. Listen, let's move on to the Chelsea game. That's probably the biggest game of this week, to be honest with you. I know United are playing Forest and whatnot more. Ash, man, how are you feeling, man? Like, Ange under pressure. Let's talk about his job being in trouble in the summer. You know, where are you in terms of like this game here? Like, is it just another game for you? Like,
do you know what? Like, obviously, he needs every game, like every league game. Some people say, Europa can save him the job. Me personally, when it comes to league form, that will dictate because it's the whole kind of Ten Hag, analogy where that trophy could paper over the cracks. You never know. The trophy could unify the whole club where, fans and players are all galvanized because, they've won a trophy. But like for me, you just got to perform in the league. It's the bread and butter. But we never do well against Chelsea. No matter how well we're doing, no matter if we're in form or if they're in form, if they're not playing too well, Chelsea always turn up against Spurs. Always, bro. We just got a miserable. It's like Spurs and City, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of those games, like. So for me personally, if we get anything from Chelsea, for me, that is a positive. That's a massive result. If we get a point even, I'm taking that. Do you know what I'm saying? But the realest of it is, like when we played Chelsea the last game we played them in, it was Jackson that was giving man nightmares. Jackson was just doing the most. But
Jackson was good. I thought Jackson was shit. I thought Jackson was shit.
Jackson was giving us. I thought Jackson was giving us bullying the defenders.
I thought he was poor, bro. Honestly. That game he even came off crying. You're forgetting that game he came off crying, bro. He was poor, bro.
You know what it is as well. In that game, I felt like we threw that game away. See Basuma and Saw, the way their man just crashed out and give you man penalties, we completely threw that game away. Hadn't they not done that, we could have stayed in the game for a bit longer. Things may have been a little bit different if I'm looking back at that game. But I remember just previously, like even like when we played you at the Bridge last time, that's what I'm talking about. Not even our home visit. I'm talking about the away game.
Last year. Yeah.
I just saying, when it comes to Madueke, obviously, I don't know if Madueke's fit enough, his intention, but Madueke just gave our fullbacks a complete nightmare to think about it. So, taking Madueke out of it, taking Jackson out of it, Palmer's not the same without Jackson, if I'm being honest. Palmer's not looking at, everyone's talking about Foden. Foden, he's fallen off, he's dropped off, rare tear. But
Palmer
sideways, rude boy.
Everyone's now saying this, bro. But when I was talking about their partnership, they're like, "You're delusional, bro. You're delusional." Now everyone's seeing like the partnership I was talking about. But they're back. Jackson's back anyway. Jackson and Madueke are back, bro.
Yeah. So well, listen, it's a long day for Spurs, then, isn't it? But obviously, we got players back too. I'm gonna be real. We've got Van der Ven, innit? Mickey Van der Ven, ultra high line. With Romero.
Oh, you know what happens every time my man comes to play off? He gets injured. He injures himself every time, bro.
He does, but I can see both of them starting, and I wouldn't mind a Spence left back. You know what I'm saying? Spence with possibly Porro right back. We're gonna be more or less full strength. That's what I'm saying. Kulusevski could be back as well in the midfield. He's been seen with his brace off. So again, you know, our midfield might be a little bit stronger attacking wise, but again, it's the tactics. It's the tactics that might kill us. The more we come on to Chelsea, the more they got space in behind. That's what Chelsea want. That's what Maresca wants. Space in behind to attack us. And so, yeah, bro, I'm not confident if I'm being totally honest. Any other game with our full strength team back, anything's possible. But with Chelsea, we just don't.
I think this is a more Chelsea, you know, to do something rather than Tottenham to do anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Chelsea, Don, you might need to. I think you might need to put a statement win. You know, man. Like,
it needs to be convincing. It needs to be convincing, bro. You know what I mean? Like since we started to lose players like Jackson, Madueke, the way we were playing, bro, it dropped off massively. Because before that, we kept dropping points, but it was mainly because of our finishing, not so much our chance creation. But when we lost these guys, that went down, bro. Right now, we've got everyone fit. So I expect us to go back to play into how we was start of the season, right? Lavia should be able to start this game now. He didn't start against Arsenal, but bro, man's been training in that. If he can't start, I'm sorry, bro. That's just a disgrace. Like, how long does he need to start a game, right? Jackson, Madueke, they're both back. Like what you're saying, Palmer needs Jackson, bro. That's his guy, you know. And yeah, bro, we're back at the Bridge. You know, it's been shit for Maresca. A lot of fans at the Bridge haven't been happy with him. They're saying the football was boring and that. So we need to entertain these guys by playing well, right? We need to start scoring goals. We need to have a convincing win. You know, I'll take top 5, however I'll get it right now. But I'm sorry, bro. With your team fully fit, you have to be playing good football again. I can't be seeing some dross football that I've been seeing the past few weeks. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know what you, man, D and LB thinking, but I can only see a Chelsea win, man. Tottenham out. You know what it is, man. You can't expect anything from Tottenham at the minute, man. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Tottenham play, you got to predict a loss for Tottenham the way they are, man. So yeah, I'll probably back a Chelsea win on that one, which would be huge for their race for Champions League, innit? You know what I mean? Because they got some tough fixtures, Chelsea, man. I think they got the hardest fixtures out of everyone in that race, innit? So
you do. And you just reminded me, LB, as well earlier. You said you've got Leicester next, so we have to win. You're gonna beat Leicester, bro. We have to win, bro. You're right.
Yeah, it's a big game, you know.
Big game, and I'm gonna go for Chelsea to win 2-0. Yeah, clean sheet. Well, yeah, I can't see anything else. 2-0. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they're just getting a clean sheet, and that's about it really. And I think Arsenal have got Fulham. They should beat them. Man City have got Leicester. Is it?
Yeah, Leicester. Yeah.
LB. Yeah, Leicester. We've got Nottingham Forest. I expect us to draw. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think we get anything. If I'm being honest with you, I think we'll get a draw. Should I say?
I actually need a favor. I need a favor from you, man, Saeed, because if you even beat them or draw against them, there will be 5 points max ahead of us, right? Or 4 points.
Where is that game being played?
It's away. They're playing away. They're playing Forest away.
Yeah, away. Forest. But
they've had a long... I reckon Forest will beat you, but I need a favor. Yeah. I need a favor.
I think for me, it's one of them where they've had a long. The extra time was long, innit? So with that, I think it's gonna be a bit of a tricky one, man. So we'll see. Let me get these super chats before we wrap up. Aya says, Don clearly hasn't watched Gyokeres much. He's great in tight spaces, virtually two-footed and scores a lot of low XG chances like a madman. Brian it says Adam Wharton on every passing metric per 90 worse than Declan Rice. You man talking nonsense. Even raw numbers, it does not compare. Ask Don about his business. He sold them Felix. Adam says, I see Arteta completing La Decima Arsenal before he goes on to manage Real Madrid. Real, not Madrid. Real Sociedad. Wow. He ain't getting sacked because he will get top 4. David says, my guy Don CFC, but separately, Arsenal fans don't want to win nothing, just like being in the convo. And Adam again says, the manner he wins FA Carabao Cup has to be emphatic. Even Eric Ten Hag scammed the cups. Arteta don't have the liberty to scam anything anymore. Win like a top manager. And Blaze says here, Newcastle intensified interest in Noni for summer and CFC look open to sale. Could that give the advantage in Isak negotiations?
Potentially. You never know, man. Because we did inquire for Isak last year, but this time round, I'm not really hearing much. Bro, if we get Champions League, there's no reason why we can't get him, bro. Like, we're doing it.
No, but, so you got to remember,
we're down in the pits like you. We're not, bro.
No, but the thing is, that's not what I'm trying to say to you. They sold Anderson. They sold all their players before Isak. They said no. He sold every single player. He said, nah, you're not.
Yeah, but if there's a club that will like put money on the table for someone, it's most likely us, bro. You know, we've proven it already with Caicedo, Enzo. If we want him, we can definitely get him. But we need Champions League football. Man.
Yeah, listen, man. It's like I can't lie. If he goes to Chelsea, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. This has been a lit show, man. I can't lie, man. D, solid debut, man. You know what I mean? Big up to D.
He's my guy, man. You know my team. You don't know my team, man. You know what I'm coming with.
Yeah, man. Let them know, man. Everyone's these links are in the chat, people, man. In the description. Famzone TV, you get me. Up and coming channel now. They're doing their thing. You know what I mean? Let them know what you got coming up, what your channel is and whatnot. Let them know, man.
Just the same as all, man. Just reviews, reactions, all of it. Me and my cousin. My cousin's a Liverpool fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, innit? So more often than not, we're just going back and forth like we do today. You know what I'm saying? So it's same old as anything else, man. You get me?
Yeah, make sure you do that, people. Like I said, big up to you, man. Lee couldn't make it today, so D stepped in nicely, man. So big up to you, D, always, man. Spurs King TV, man. Ash, man. Love her stepping in as well. For George, man. I mean, big up to you, bro.
Big up, man. Big up. Thanks for having me on, man. Blessings there. Got some couple shows coming up, so check us out on Spurs King TV. See me on Famzone TV soon, man. When I'm not too busy.
Come on, man.
Famzone TV. Family Day. You see it? Big up LB. Big up Don. Big up yourself, man. Big up the chat as well.
Yeah, big up the chat. Big up everyone locked in, man. Big up to the community as well. Big up to Don, man. What you got coming up? You got your podcast today?
Bro, Blue Diaries might be today, people, but I need to check people's availability first. I don't think anyone's free, so it's looking like we're going to do it Wednesday, man. Tomorrow I'm going live with George and Henry at 6 o'clock for the preview, so make sure you lock in for that one. And yeah, if anything, we'll do Blue Diaries on a Wednesday, the day before. But yeah, just check out. I've been pushing out a lot of content over the break, man, so have a look at my channel, man. But yeah, big up LB, big up D, big up Ash, big up Saeed,
big up my broski.
Big up everyone, man. Big up the chat as well. Good show.
Big up, man. Big up also LB, man. Big up to you, broski. What you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, no, big up, man. Nah, not really, innit? Just the standard drillers. Got the game on Wednesday, innit? So we'll do that. More LB, the watch alongs are there. Yeah, not really, just chilling, innit? So yeah, big up the panel, big up the chat, innit?
Yeah, man, people. Listen, we'll be back later on. Straight Jacket podcast. I might do the FA Youth Cup final. I think United are playing Aston Villa, so I might do that. I was going to do Ballers League, but I can't like it's a long thing, man. That Baller League is like 5-6 hours.
Yeah, I seen that yesterday on a thing. It's like it starts at 4:45.
Yeah, but it starts like 5. Yeah, it finishes at like 11, man. It's crazy. Like, it's a long thing, man. So I'll watch it in the background today, man. I can't lie, but I might do the FA Youth League You know what I mean? And see what's coming up on that, man. Some good players and that. Cheeto apparently is in the squad. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a good, interesting one. But listen, people, we're going to raid Never a Foul. I think they're live right now. So go over there, show them some love and that. And, yeah, I'll see you at 5:30, man. We're out. Peace.
Love.